Never mind,
Just
let's
a
start.
thing.
Oh, it's
Okay.
okay. Don't worry, it's public speaking, so we're going to do a lot of speaking today. So don't worry. And guess what? Because there's only one of you, it's going to be just you and you. But you're very lucky to be here. You know why? Because normally one-to-one speaking is very expensive. So you are the lucky one. Can you hear me?
Huh?
Can we start? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right. I said that you're very lucky today because one-to-one tuition is very expensive, right? So now you have one teacher to one student. So lucky you. All right. So today, as I said, today you already finished your PSLE. We're going to go to Head Start. All right. This is your Head Start program for your Sec 1 English. But before, and the topic is about public speaking. All right. Before I go and start on this, I just want to tell you that I know I'm preparing you for Sec 1 and I know I want to make you improve, but what I want to tell you is today's lesson is not just about public speaking. It's about improving your communication skills. It's about improving your confidence skills. And this, Tammy, is something that you need not just for your Sec 1 exam, for your PSLE that is over, or just for school. Public speaking and communication skills specifically are very, very important in life for anything. It could be for your job, it could be for your future relationships, it could be even to communicate with your family. But learning how to communicate well is a fundamental skill that everybody needs to learn. Even if you're a brilliant scientist or extremely brilliant, in order for people to know how brilliant you are, you must be able to what? Communicate it. Am I right to say that? So communication is so, so important, especially in today's world where there's so much of social media and air and all we do is talk. Am I right? So that's what we're going to focus about. But in communication skills, we are narrowing it down to public speaking. What are we going to do? We're going to understand the purpose of public speaking and we're going to talk about the steps taken to do public speaking well. All right, let's move on to the next one. All right, so this is a post-exam activity. So for this week and next week, all we're going to do is on public speaking. All right, and then after that, we're going to go for preparatory class, which is going to be about secondary school English editing. And then we're going to talk about situational writing and then composition. And finally, we're
More
going
on
to look at
learning.
oral. Sorry, darling?
More on learning.
Yes, correct. So this is more on writing, while this is more on speaking. So in English, you've got many skills. You've got speaking skills, writing skills, viewing skills, listening skills. So this week is speaking. All right. Then next week will be more of writing. You okay with that? Can we move on? All right. All right. Do you know what public speaking is? Okay. So what I want you to do is, since you do not have the slides or anything, I will write it, but I want you to tell me. What do you think public speaking is?
I
Hang on,
think like
one
public
second.
speaking is talking to the public confidently.
You have to be louder. I really cannot hear you. Hang on. I'll switch off my fan. Yeah, sorry.
So public speaking is like talking to the public confidently
All right. Talking.
to the public confidently.
All right. What else?
That's all what I think, which I do not have.
Sorry.
That's all what I think, which I do not have.
That's all. Is there anything else that you think public speaking is about? Okay, I think it's about presenting a message. Can you see, darling?
Yes.
Or an idea to an audience. All right. So public speaking is not just about talking, it's about presenting a message or an audience. Sometimes, oh no, I do not know what this is coming. Come on, darling. Let me use a different color. Okay. All right. Oh, sorry, this pen is so sensitive. Okay. Why is it doing that? Okay. All right. Sometimes it is also about, sorry, my pen doesn't work, and that's frustrating. Does this happen with the other teachers as well? Does it? Can it?
Huh?
Does the pen work in all the other classes?
To my teachers, yeah, it works.
Sorry?
In other classes, yeah, it works.
Oh, okay. So it's about communicating, all right? And I coherently, I want you to learn this word. Do you know what's the word meaning of coherent? All right. Communicating coherently to either persuade or inform the audience. Coherently means to speak in a way that people can understand you. So communication is a two-way process. It's not about just saying what you want to say. You can say whatever you want to say, but people must be able to understand that. So I think that's what's important, all right? And most of the time, public speaking can be on a stage, public speaking can be in a classroom, public speaking can be in front of a school, yeah, in front of a school. Public speaking can even be an online speech. Public speaking can even be over Zoom. You know what I mean? So these are some of the things that what public speaking is. All right, let's move on to the next one. All right, we're gonna watch a video now. Let me just play this video. Give me 1 second. I can't hear you, darling.
Yes.
Oh, now you're very clear. All right. So tell me. So my question to you is, as you watch this video, do you remember any two things about the video?
They say that you can learn like a new superpower from it from young to old,
Mm-hmm.
and like it is like it is wired by something.
Sorry, what?
It's wired by something. I forgot. They
Oh,
at the
okay.
first part they say it was wired.
Mm-hmm. All human beings are wired. And then the most important message of this thing is the fact that learning how to speak is a very important skill. Am I right? Because
Yes.
people want to listen. And what is the most thing? Besides the fact that it's an important skill, it's a skill that is teachable. Or in other words, it's a skill that you can learn. And that's what we're going to focus on today. All right. So communication skills is a very broad thing, all right? But within communication skills, like think of a big umbrella, okay? So this is a big umbrella of communication skills. Within this big umbrella, there are many components, or there can be like and one of it is public speaking. You got that? All right. So within communication, there are many aspects, but today we're going to focus on one aspect of communication skills, which is public speaking. All right. Let me just share my screen back again. Again, what's happening here? You seeing my screen? Are you seeing my screen, darling?
Yes.
All right, perfect. Okay. So I want to quickly go through what is public speaking. So public speaking is the art of effective oral communication with an audience. All right. So what do I mean by art of effective communication? Sorry, yeah. This one is always irritating me. You need to learn how to use it. All right. When I use the art of effective oral communication, you must make sure that the audience understands. So it's not just about speaking, but it is also about the audience understanding. Do you make sense? I can speak. Okay, for example, okay, Tony, I'm just going to say something. Do you understand anything I said? I myself don't know what I said. I made up some gibberish words. All right. So I was in my mind, I was speaking to you, but did you understand? No. So speaking is not just about you saying the words, but it's also making sure that the audience understands you. All right. So that is what's important. And public speaking is also about presenting a particular topic in front of an audience. So now this is very important because your speech will change according to your audience. Okay, what do I mean? So if I'm talking to a primary one class, what will I be doing? Okay. Hi everyone, how are you doing? Guess what we are gonna do today? Miss G is gonna teach you how to. I'll talk like that. But if I'm going to talk to say maybe a hall full of 50 principals and 50 teachers, I'm going to be like, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Today I'll be sharing with you. You see how I differ? Can I go to the 50 principal like, hi, how are you? I can do that, right? See, you laugh, right? You're laughing because you'll be like, what is she crazy? because your audience will dictate how you speak and what you speak. All right? All right. So this is very important because your audience will dictate your tone and your formality. All right, so this is very important. Who am I speaking to? Am I speaking to primary one students? Am I speaking to university graduates? Am I speaking to sec one students? Am I speaking to the members of the parliament? All right, so it's very important. All right, so public speaking helps students to organize and convey their message to their audience in an effective manner that makes them remember. We're always looking at the word the word effective, and we want to be better communicators. I think this is the one that we are looking forward to become a better communicator. All right, let's move on. So what is the benefit? Okay, so when I say benefits, I'm talking about all my plus points. What are the plus points of public speaking? All right, number one, it helps you to communicate better. Let me see if I can get the highlighter. All right, you can communicate better. That is very important. All right, you'll be able to converse so that you can lead to better leadership. All right, you are as good as you communicate. If you're not able to communicate, people do not know what you have. All right, it improves self-esteem. Another word for self-esteem is confidence. All right, and it increases opportunities for oneself. So when you're able to speak, people are able to know what you have to say, and there will be more doors open for you. All right, and this will also like maybe especially if you're working, and if imagine there's two people, both of them know the work, but one of them states that they know how to do it, the other person keeps quiet. Who's going to get the job?
The person who communicate more.
Exactly. So you are as good as you can communicate. All right. So this is very important. Learning communication skills is important because it is not just going to help you in your school studies planning, it's going to help you in life. It basically communication skills, or highlighting, sorry. Basically, I would say that, all right, I would say this. It's not just for the exams, it's a life skill. It is a skill that you need whether you're young or old, even if it's your parents, even if they're 40 years old, 50 years old, it is still a very important skill because how well you communicate will depend on what kind of opportunities and doors open up for you. All right, let's move on to the next one. All right. So what are the 4 steps to becoming a public speaker? Remember, I told you always know your audience. In other words, who are you speaking to? This is very important, all right? Because who you're speaking to will shape your message. Can I talk about the same message that I talked to a primary one to a university lecturer? Can I do the same topic?
No.
No, because your audience will actually dictate your message. All right, so all right, so you need to know who your audience is, what background information they already have, and what is going to be important to them. So it is very important that when you talk to your audience, you give them something that is useful, okay? So your speech must provide the audience with something useful to them. Imagine, okay, I'm not going to give you an example. Imagine I come and I speak to you, Tammy, for 1 hour about how to fix a plane. Would you be interested?
It's a plane.
Yeah, of course not, right? Why would you not find out how to fix a plane? Or if I spend 1 hour telling you uh how to make this pen, you'll be like, I don't need to learn this. But if I spend 1 hour telling you how to become an A1 student in English, would you be interested? I like your face because yeah, 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 I would be interested.